Hi, everyone. Teresa Aker here from Success Diaries with Teresa Aker. It's my privilege today to introduce you to JoJo Payne. How you doing, JoJo?
Hi, I'm doing fabulous. Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here. I'm just going to read a quick biography about you, JoJo, and then I'll come back to you, okay?
Okay.
So JoJo grew up in Connecticut. She left Connecticut and pursued being an executive assistant in the late 90s and early 2000s. Moving to South Florida in 2004, she found herself in the auto industry for many years. She lost her husband in November 2022 and left her job. She lost her husband in November 2022 and left her job after bidding and winning on an auction for an on-set experience. She was hooked on making movies both in front of and behind the camera. Jojo, let's start in the beginning. First of all, I want to
Okay.
say to you, I'm terribly sorry for your loss of your husband. Are you
Thanks.
okay?
Yeah, I cry. What can I say?
So Jojo, with my heart, I lost my husband in 2021. So we have the pain and I understand it, and blessings to you, and I send you a hug.
Thanks. I take it.
I am sorry for your loss, dear.
Me too. I'm sorry for yours.
Jojo, let's start at the beginning. So let's start at the beginning. Jojo, how did you get into the music industry? I know that you were in the auto industry. Let's talk about your journey, shall we? And
Yeah.
Success Diaries is about overcoming adversity, and you certainly had your fair share. So let's go there,
Yeah.
okay?
Thanks. Well, yeah, after my husband died, I will say the place I was working wouldn't give me time off. I quit my job. And I didn't work for a few months, as you mentioned earlier. Just for fun, I bid on this auction I saw online. It was an on-set experience to go meet Dean Cain, if you remember Superman.
I do.
And you could act in a film with him. And I won the auction. I got to be on film. And that day, I didn't. When I went to meet him on set, I didn't end up being in this particular film because my aesthetic back then, I had bright purple hair. It was, I don't personally didn't think it fit the film. So I was okay with them not putting me in.
Okay.
I did get to go meet Dean Cain. I did get to have dinner with him. I said, I don't fit this. Not everybody's for everything. And they were putting me in because they were supposed to, but I didn't feel it went with the film, my opinion. I ended up befriending the director. His name is Dominic Giannetti. He's a really wonderful man. And the rest is history. I've done several films with him. He's referred me as an actress to other jobs, so I've gotten to do other films. I've produced. I had my first feature film come out on Amazon Prime this week. And my first music album dropped this week. They just happened to be the same week.
Congratulations. So first, congrats about your music album. We're going to go to that. What was the movie that was just done? Let's circle back
It's
just for
a
a second.
it's movie. It's called The Hard Place. It's a throwback to like creature features of the '70s. It actually had a limited theater release and a drive-in release across the country starting January, and it was released this week, May 27th, on Amazon Prime and Apple TV.
Congratulations. So everyone, you can go to Amazon and definitely take a look.
Yes,
So
you
from
can.
there,
And I just want to drop. It was written and directed by this wonderful man named Jay Horton, and he put some faith into me for this film, and I am very thankful that I got to partner with him. And if it wasn't for Dominic Giannetti, the gentleman I mentioned earlier, I never would have been able to connect with Jason Horton. I'm very thankful.
fantastic. Fantastic. And there's a trailer for it we can watch, and then they can go to
Yeah,
Amazon. Perfect.
yeah. I could send that link to you later if you want to look it up
Perfect.
for me.
And then we'll have it in the show notes. So let's talk about your album. I'm so excited to say. What's the name of your album? And let's talk
It's
about it. You just had it released, you said yesterday, is that right?
yesterday. No, 2 days. I keep
Congratulations.
forgetting what date it is. It was this week.
Okay. And so tell us the name.
The name of the album is called Shed My Skin.
Very nice. And so do you happen to have a copy of the cover there or no?
I do on my phone. I can pull it up.
Beautiful, just so we can see. And I'll make sure in the show notes we have all the information on your
Good.
song, on your album.
The whole album, and I don't know. There it is on Spotify.
It's on Spotify. Okay.
It's on
So
Spotify. It's on iHeart Radio, and it's on Apple iTunes. And people even can pick it up on Instagram and TikTok if you want to look for music to use in your videos. It's there too.
beautiful. Oh, congratulations. I also have Spotify, so we'll make sure that you're on Spotify, okay?
You might identify with some of the songs I wrote. I wrote them. I started writing after David died. And that was like my form of therapy.
Yeah. Take
So
your
there's
time.
there's a song about the day he died. There's a song about months after he died. There's a song, it's called Shed My Skin, because I'm the person I was and the person I am has changed completely.
It does change you, and I feel your pain. I'm so sorry. I'm certainly take a moment if you need. I'm
No,
right here with
I don't
you.
need a moment. I'm used to it.
Oh,
Unfortunately, you get used to it. I'm thankful that I had what I had with him. I'm I'll cry for a second, but I was really blessed. The husband I had was a really good man. And a lot of people are like, he what some I don't even know how to describe it. Just people who aren't as lucky as me in their life. So it was hard after he passed away, as obviously, and he has two daughters that are not biologically mine, but they also don't have their mother anymore. All they have, and I love them. I love them very much. But we've gone through ups and downs with them. So everything I've written is based on some experience I've had between when he passed away and now.
what a beautiful memoir for your husband. Truly.
And
And for your children. That's just wonderful. And I know you're a fabulous mom. I can tell you have a big heart.
we are not without our hiccups because I am their stepmom and they live in another state. They're older, they're in their 20s. We're going through growing pains, but I'm still always going to be there.
The thing about grief, if I may, Jojo,
Yes, absolutely.
it certainly it never goes away, and I will tell you in time, and I'm only a year ahead of you in the time. Honestly, it never really goes away. There's moments where you're just gushing like you are right now, you're emotional. Other times you're focused on your projects and you're okay and you move forward, but it never really leaves you, because I think that kind of love, although it was wonderful, there's a
Mhm.
price to pay for that wonderful, beautiful love.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's in our heart. Now there are no words to console. I know that because I've been through it. There are no words. You just have to walk those coals, but know that people understand your pain and are there for you. So,
Yeah.
that's all I can ever offer you, and my virtual hug, because I'm not in person with you today, but
That's okay.
someday we'll meet and I will give you a personal hug.
I think that would be probably lovely. A lot, all of my writing, and some people had always said, and you probably had people say the same thing to you about the passing. You should go to therapy. You should do this, and I didn't. I actually think the acting and me getting into film was my way of avoiding it because I get to be somebody else. I have to be. I don't. I'm not me. I have to be this other person for all these weeks and then this other person. And I didn't, I took some time off the end of 2024 after I did a bunch of films last year. And you may have experienced, it hit me like a freight train because I think I had been avoiding it.
And you can't avoid it. I absolutely did go for counseling. I didn't in the beginning, but I did right away within about a week, because I suffered tremendously. I absolutely went through the same pain that you went through. My husband, I love more than life itself, and I will not take away from you, because
Oh, I like when I hear people had or so wonderful and so happy. You're lucky we got what we got because some people don't get it in a whole lifetime.
that's it, right? I always say I had the best plus one. I've never dated again. I have no interest in that. I'm not interested in a new husband, because now my life is about my family that is still here with me. I have children also, and grandchildren, and they are where I put it. But you know what? I will tell you, you did an album. I'm very proud of you and your acting. I did this show after that. I lost my daughter a year and a half ago,
Oh
and
my God. I'm so
that was my
sorry.
second blow. So I don't want to break down either, but I assure you it was the devastating. I thought the first blow was bad, and it was. This, to lose a child there are
It's
no words. There's nothing can bring you from that. So I ended up going to counseling again, and I took a course on counseling with this lady, Heather Stang, and I asked her, I said, she's such a good person. If I did a talk show and had her on, would she talk about her courses and what she does? Because she was just fabulous. She said, absolutely. I'll tell you what, she came on, everyone loved her, and I knew I was on the path, and this is my healing. So as you do your music, I'm doing this. And guess what? We are now co-creating our love for our spouses in a show that's going to transcend that time and that love.
I'm thankful that you found me, however you found me. So I've looked it up and I was like, oh, this looks like fun. She thinks I'm successful. Score.
Sure, and you are successful. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about your journey. So you've been through heartache. I understand
Yeah.
that. Let's talk about your song. What kind of songs do you sing? Now, is it country and western? Is it romantic?
They're very, it's rock, very rock
Rock. Okay.
inspired. A lot of guitar. I love 80s guitar riffs. I have somebody I knew who played guitar. So it's very rock inspired.
Oh,
There's
good.
one or two that have maybe a little country rock sound to them, but rock is throughout the whole thing. Yeah. I love rock music.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, I'm definitely we're going to put this show on Spotify for you. So we'll add it to there. So I can do that. And we're going to listen to your music on Spotify. So we got two things going here. So that's good. When you did this, was this your first album?
Yeah, I only started writing after my husband passed away, and I found it as like an outlet. And then I found there's all different ways that you can record music now. There's
Yeah.
apps and programs. And I had started doing movies, and I'm like, let me look up other ways to do it, to make music maybe. And I just did it all myself.
Wow. I commend you for that. That's fantastic.
It wasn't a studio, it was done in my guest room with a
Great.
laptop and microphone.
And do you have a YouTube channel that you put it out on?
I just got 2 songs out on it because I just started it, like, I
Great.
haven't uploaded everything yet.
Oh, sure. Okay, no problem. Because I didn't know if you had a YouTube channel, we can certainly direct people there as well. And I'm sure in time you will. So you'll make sure to get that to me as you go. But on Spotify for sure. And I know you said iHeartRadio.
And iTunes.
Oh, very good. iTunes as well. So
Mhm.
as you go out there, we're definitely going to listen to. Now, what is the name of the number one song on there?
Oh, the number 1 are my favorite.
What is that?
Because there's 2. There is a song called "Shed My Skin," which is the name of the
Dead My
album.
Skin. And also the name of the album. Got it?
Yes, and then there is a song called "Ghosts."
Oh boy. You're going to have my heart going again.
Yeah, probably. I belong to this other widows group I had belonged to on Facebook. I shared some of it with them before it all came out, and I had a couple of them message me and text me telling me that they've listened to it multiple times because they feel what I felt and understand it, and it just made them feel better. So I that's what I want for people. I want people to be able to music makes people feel things and it tells stories and it helps people know that they're not by themselves.
Jojo, did you write the words then? You did all the writing, the
Yes, the
producing,
lyrics
the
were all written
music?
by me.
And
Yeah.
you're the singer, the lead singer?
I wrote them, I sang, and I produced the
Wow.
music.
Wow, that's a tremendous undertaking.
Yeah, I didn't know the first thing about music. When I started,
That's
and
incredible.
I
You're like
have
Adele.
I've taught myself, and I still don't know how to read it fluently, but that's what the computer programs are for to help you figure that out, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
But I've learned how to write music and how to pace it, beats per minute, ultimately.
I can hardly wait to hear you all over the radios and the televisions. I know you're
I
going to
don't
be. Oh,
I
this
don't
is
know if that's gonna
wonderful.
happen, but I that's not would it be nice? Yes, but that's not my goal. My goal is
I get
I
that.
want to touch people, just thousands would be nice to who can feel something different from each of my songs. And I think you could even tell with each song where I am in the healing process.
Oh, I bet. I bet as you move along, and there is a process, that's for sure. And
Yeah.
you're not through it yet. I understand that, but it's nice that the album kind of goes along with you. That's beautiful. And now you're acting. Can we circle back to acting and what you're doing?
Absolutely.
What are you doing now? I know you got the album released,
I
so what are we doing now? Are you acting or doing any shows?
I was fortunate enough last month I was in Dallas. I got a small part in another horror film
Oh, great.
with people that I connected to from a hard place. She had said she wrote a part just for me, so I flew out there. So that was last month. I don't have anything actively going on right now. I have a film that we filmed last year. It's in post-production now in editing. Hopefully it'll be out next year, early, mid next year at some point. I didn't realize all the steps that went into making a film. Oh, Lord, it was a big undertaking.
So you made this next film coming up. Is that what you're
The
saying?
one that's coming out, I executive produced, I solely produced it. Dominic
Oh,
Giannetti, the gentleman who I talked about earlier,
yes.
he wrote the film, he directed the film, he and I cast the film together. And it was completely, I live in South Florida. The whole thing was filmed here in South Florida, the entire movie.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting. And is there a trailer for that one yet?
No, we're working on it, but hopefully, and there is going to be a couple of songs that I wrote for the film. They're not on the album because you're not going to hear them until the movie comes out.
Oh, okay. I understand that. And that'll be for your future albums.
Yes. Yeah, I have 4 songs that I wrote that are along the healing process.
And now you have a soundtrack. That'll be so cool.
Yeah, I have some help with the music score from I'm not a well-named person, but he's been in the music industry for about 20 years. He is somebody who's worked with Beyonce. He is somebody who's done scores for TV and some movies. They're the people that you don't see, but everything that you hear that's them, but you don't know it's them.
Okay.
They're like the unsung heroes, I think, of music scores, because a lot of times you don't know who made that,
Well, that's
that
true, isn't
background
it?
music. You don't know who made that sound, and there are people who've been doing this for so many years.
It's
And
true. And a lot of singers got their start by writing songs for other people,
Mhm.
right? And
Yeah,
so,
I like the
yeah.
writing part. I don't sing terribly. I think I sound okay, of course, with a little help of the computer to clear it up. But I do go sing karaoke a lot. Oh, and I'm not terrible according to everybody that hears me. And that's what made me want to sing them myself.
Oh, very good. Oh my good. Now, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What's the journey for JoJo?
I don't know. Hopefully, still making more movies. I enjoy it. It's a lot of work. And independent films, I'm going to stick with indie films because so much love and passion goes into independent films. They're the smaller films. You could see them a lot on Tubi. They're picking up steam on Amazon, like my film, A Hard Place, like so many others. It's just you have the big studio films like Lionsgate and New Line Cinema, and there's millions of dollars put behind it so they can make it look however they want. When you have a small indie budget, the creativity is so much deeper.
And I would think too. So I've had the pleasure of meeting some people in the horror industry, actually in the horror movie industry. We talked about Nicole Vegas before,
Yes.
and I've had a few people, Emmett Laverty, they do horror and mystery and things like that. And we talked about that. And JoJo, there's a community that you all have that I just adore. Your group of people are so friendly and so talented and so supportive of each other. I've never seen anything like it. It's just amazing. You're right. They work hard. It takes a lot to make these movies, but they help each other so that comes out this wonderful production. So I'm not JoJo.
Yeah, it's just I've worked on, and I think Nicole has too. We worked on big budget things, and I've worked as strictly an actor, a background person, and then I've worked on these indie films. I truly love working on these indie films
Yeah.
because you feel the love. And it's happiness. People are so loving what they're doing. Let me tell you, the special effects people are phenomenal at what they got to create, and the creativity stuff I would never think of, but that's why they do what they do, and I do what I do. It's amazing. And yeah, Nicole Vegas, I am so fortunate to be able to call that woman a friend.
Oh, she's lovely.
I adore her. And I believe what she told me when we met, it was a little over a year ago. The film that she and I met on was her first step into being a producer. And it was my third or fourth. So I had a little experience and we just bonded. And since then, I've gotten to do one other film with her, and hopefully, I get to see her again in the future and work with her again.
I'm sure you will. She's an absolute wonderful lady. And as you are, JoJo, you're wonderful, big-hearted, just a wonderful person. And I'm very glad that I met you today. Now, from here, I want to know if somebody wants to reach out to you, JoJo, what's the best place to get you? Now, I know your album's going to be on Spotify, but where can they reach you? Where's the best place? Do you have a web page or
I
Facebook?
don't have a webpage yet for JoJo Payne, but I have my own film company that you'll see it at the beginning of A Hard Place. It's called Unicorn Blood Media. The Instagram I have is the Unicorn Blood Media. They can always get me via email if they want at just we know this just JoJo Payne at gmail.com. But I'm on Instagram a lot, and a lot of people have reached out to me that way, and or Facebook, JoJo Payne.
Perfect. Perfect. So now they can reach out to you. I'm going to make sure in all the show notes we have all your information here. And as you go forward, boy, we're looking forward to seeing all your work. I have another question for you.
Sure.
Will you come back and do another episode down the road and let us know how you're doing?
I absolutely would love to. I'm enjoying, and I'm actually very fortunate and thankful to have you have contacted me, and you filled my heart today.
Oh, I'm glad to do that. You're such a nice person, and I saw you have talent and you're going to go places. And I really just wanted to support that journey that you're on. And my heart truly goes out to you. I know it's a long journey still, but just know in your heart that I do
Thank you.
understand. I have empathy for you, and I truly, I send my prayers and my love to your healing.
Yours to me to you too. I didn't even know that when you contacted me. So
That's okay.
we have a little connection. The club nobody wants to belong to.
No, absolutely not. But I truly know that it's going to be a long journey for you. So just know in your heart that I'm thinking about you. Okay, my friend?
Thanks, Teresa. I appreciate you.
My pleasure. So to everyone, this is JoJo Payne. Thank you again, JoJo. And for everyone else, this is Teresa Aker from Success Diaries with Teresa Aker. I do hope you're having a great day. Do subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate that. Have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you all very soon. Bye-bye.